So, finally got the new mic. Um, and today we're going to be talking about Nuggets versus Heat. So the Miami Heat won game two by 3 points. And I could only catch the first half and then the fourth quarter of this game. So I didn't catch the third quarter of this game because I actually took a nap. But in the first quarter, Heat jump out to an early lead. Nuggets are very struggling to get their offense in. Jokic is just forcing his way to the paint, trying to score because nobody else is open and nobody else is getting shots. Then the second quarter, the Nuggets start to climb back and they actually take the lead. I forget the rookie's name on the Nuggets, but he really played well. Um, Hustled defensively, all that stuff. Uh, it's like Christian Brown, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's Christian Brown. Um, yeah, Christian Brown um, played well. And then you had Bruce Brown, who also played well. MPJ was terrible in this game. But let me just go through the quarter rundown. So, in the second quarter, um, it was really the bench that really came alive for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray had this really good dunk and one. Um, and overall in this game, I'd say the Heat had control most of the game. Um, Nuggets were up at half. Jokic was very dominant scoring wise, but nobody could make open shots. That was really the key difference here. Like I said, MPJ was terrible. KCP was pretty bad too. Defensively, he was like really bad. Horrible fouls. Um, just KCP was just not that guy. Aaron Gordon cooled off from game one, although I think he played well. He did cool off. I think adding Kevin Love to the starting lineup really helped Eric Spoelstra and demoting Caleb Martin. But just to get a body in. But like I said, I didn't watch the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, he got up to a 12-point lead with 3 minutes left. Then the Nuggets stormed back, made a 3-point game. Jimmy Butler missed a three, and he had space too. He missed a three to really seal the game. Jokic had a pretty bad closeout on that three. He didn't know if Jimmy was going to drive, but Jimmy pulled up. There was only like 2 seconds left in the shot clock anyways, so that happened. He bricked. They got rebound. Mike Malone did not call a timeout. They did a high pick and roll with Jokic and Murray. Murray misses the tying three, send it to overtime, and game's over from there. But overall, what I noticed about this game, I still have the Nuggets winning. Um, I don't know if I said that like ever in one of my videos that I have the Nuggets winning this finals, but because the last video I made was about Jason Tatum and how the Celtics were playing really bad. But yeah, I had the Nuggets going into the series winning. I still have them winning. Um, I think this was an outlier game for the Nuggets. I really do. Like, Michael Porter Jr. was absolutely awful in this game. And it really showed because, man, like, when you have a guy like Michael Porter Jr. who doesn't pass the ball at all and just shoots the ball, you have to know that he has to make his shots because that's the only way he's going to be effective, especially if he's not having a good defensive game, which he didn't in this one from what I saw. So, a guy like Michael Porter Jr. shooting 18% from 3 is it's just going to crumble your offense. Um, like I said, the paint presence from Aaron Gordon was not there in this game. Felt like Jokic. There's a stat. It's like in this playoffs, he's like 0-3, um, scoring 40 points and over. Like no shit. Like no shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jokic doesn't have a good passing game, it's probably not because of him. It's probably because Nuggets aren't making their open shots. So in this game, you could tell, like, even early on, they got down, and he needed to put the team on his back, for them to even have a chance. Um, Also, Jamal Murray wasn't that great in this game either. Jamal Murray probably didn't live up to his standards, but I will say he was better than like most people on the floor for the Nuggets. That's one thing. And then he started to cook in the fourth. Um, but yeah. So let's talk about the Heat. Um, Jimmy Butler, 21 points, 9 assists. Nice game, I guess. Like he was alright. Defensively is really where he made his impact, cause he was playing some great defense on Aaron Gordon. His primary match was Jamal Murray, but he had great spurts against everybody on the Nuggets. Even played Jokic a little bit. Their zone, Eric Spoelstra's zone, kind of worked. Um, Jokic was still dominant regardless, but there's no stopping him. So you just hope that none of the other players make shots, and that's what happened today. Um, I'd like what Eric Spoelstra did early. He did pick and rolls like really early because Jokic's not great in that aspect of defense. I do think he's an underrated defender, but that's just me. So I like what they did there. Bam, aggressive again, had a nice game. Still not banking on Bam being your like offensive primary source. Don't think that will go well in the future. But for now, he's not playing bad. Um, Gabe Vincent had an underrated game for sure. Nobody's talking about him. He really made some timely shots, some key shots, as well as Duncan Robinson. Had some nice layups. Hit a 1-3, like in someone's mitt, like he held onto the ball, did it between the legs and then just popped it. That was a nice 3. Um, who else? Um, for the Heat, I think that's really it. Max Strus, like, he had like 12 points in the first quarter, and then like from there was trash the rest of the way. Like he airballed one. I like how he had the confidence, but he airballed one, and I was like, oh my god, like can this guy just stop shooting? Like, just please stop shooting. You know. Um, Overall, it didn't really affect the Heat that much, but it was really bad. Um, and I have a suggestion for Eric Spoelstra. Um, Play Jimmy the whole game. Don't rest him 1 minute of this series. I, or at least let him get to 45 minutes, please. Because to me, while I'm watching this game, this Heat team is not good at all without him. Like, at all. So, I'm just pointing it out there that he needs to play the whole game. Um, but really, that's it for my observations. Um, for the Nuggets, you go into Game 3 with sense of urgency. KCP, MPJ play better. Jamal Murray play better. Make open looks. And then I think the Nuggets are fine. Had them in 6 going into the series and still have them in 6. So, that's really it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.